Good morning, you guys. Time for a recorder lesson. So go ahead and grab your recorders. Grab your copy of Recorders Rock. And we're going to look at pages 11 and 12 today. So there's a new note for us to learn. The note is B. Pretty simple. Just the thumb and the first finger. Sounds like this. Okay, the first song here is called Be a Superhero. I don't know who comes up with this stuff. All right, so we've got two whole notes in the first two measures. Remember, whole notes count for 4 beats. And then we've got quarter notes. Quarter notes are 1 beat each. So B and A. And one more time. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and practice that a few times until you have it perfect. And when you're ready, let's take a look at the next one, B-A-G, Bagalicious. So on this one, we've got quarter notes all the way until the 4th measure. We've got half notes, those are 2 beats. And then we end on a whole note on the note G for 4 beats. Should sound like this. And one more time. Okay. All right, our next song is Hot Cross Buns. Again, we've got B, A, G. Oh, and this one on the 3rd measure, there are 8th notes. Remember, 8th notes count for half of a beat. So, it's going to sound like this. Good. And one more time. Okay, merrily we roll along. And one more time. Okay, moving on to page 12. A couple of new things to learn here. First of all, we've got a new note. That's the note D. The note D has the thumb, first 3 fingers of the left hand, first 3 fingers of the right hand. Sounds like this. On this page, there's also something called a dotted half note. So if you look into the if you take a look at the 4th measure of Old MacDonald Had a Farm, you're going to see a note there that looks like a half note with a dot after it. So that's called a dotted half note. Now the way dotted notes work is technically you take half of the value of the note and add it back on. So what that means here is a half note is two beats. So the dot means we're going to add one more beat to it. So a dotted half note is 3 beats. Pretty simple. So, Old MacDonald had a farm. All right, very good. I want you guys to practice page 11 and 12 until you can play every song perfectly, okay? Every song perfectly. And then when you're ready, go ahead and do the note identifying number 2 at the bottom of page 12. Just write the names of the notes underneath each one. You're going to see a funny looking note there that you haven't seen before. And if you're wondering what that note is, take a look on page 13. You'll find your answer there. I've got one more thing I want you guys to practice with your recorders, and that is playing the C major scale. So here's a chart that shows you the fingerings for every note on the C major scale, starting with the low C and ending with the high C. So this is a simple do, re, mi scale. You can see we're starting out with the C, all 4 fingers of the right hand. Now notice on your recorder, the last 2 holes actually have 2 holes. All we're going to do is cover both of them. Just cover both of them. And notice the F is a little bit tricky because you're actually going to use your first finger and your third finger, but not your second finger. And then when you get up to the high C, which they call the middle C, it's only your second finger. So the scale sounds like this. Go ahead and practice that. And then once you get comfortable playing the scale up, you can play the scale up and then down. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you soon.